Woodford County High School football brought to you on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network by Woodford County Public Schools, where kids win. Jack Kane Forward, where service isn't just lip service, it's practiced every day. UK Healthcare, get treatment just like the Wildcats. Carroll Flood Covering, all your flooring needs under one roof. Falling Springs, fitness, family, and fun. Ricardo's Restaurant. Let's try this again. Woodford County High School football on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, brought to you by Woodford County Schools, where kids win. Jack Kane Forward, where service isn't just lip service, is practiced every day. UK Healthcare, hometown. Get treatment just like the Wildcats. Get yourself back in the game quickly. Carroll Floor Covering, all your flooring needs under one roof. Falling Springs Rec Center, fitness, family, and fun, all under the same roof. Ricardo's Restaurant, fine Southern dining in a unique atmosphere. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good. Collision Masters, making your day better is our family's business. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, hometown care for every member of your family. Kentucky Gym, come get fit with an old school vibe. Dough Daddies, your friendly neighborhood donut shop. The Wash House, let us do the dirty work. Little Mozart Piano Academy, where dreams take flight. City National Bank, putting people first since 1954. And by Family Wealth Group, wealth management designed to last. Good evening and welcome to Collins High School in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's a district showdown between the Titans and the Yellow Jackets here on this cool autumn evening in Kentucky. And the Jackets will tonight be dressed in all white, Collins in all black. Well, this series goes back to 2000 and get it here, 2021. Woodford County leads this thing 6-0, including 2-0 here in Shelbyville. Should have been 3 games played in Shelbyville, but they had a problem with the turf here that we are playing on tonight. Had some kind of situation underneath of it, so they wound up moving that year's game to Versailles. Woodford County won that one as well. The closest game in this series came in game number 1, a 24-19 win for Woodford County at Community Stadium. It's been all Yellow Jackets since then, just dominating fashion. They did have 22 here in Versailles. That was Woodford, or in Shelbyville, excuse me. Collins and Woodford County hooked up in a battle. Woodford County won at 41-28. That was the year Woodford County went 13-1, reached the Class 5A state semifinals, and lost to South Warren in that game for the right to go to Kroger Field. Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Woodford County High School football. We are an audio-only broadcast tonight. That is not my doing. That is something that was told, and we are going to honor that. So Woodford County and Collins here tonight. As you see, or you don't see, but Woodford County in white from head to toe, white helmets, white jerseys with the black numerals, a little gold outline, and the white pants with jackets down the side of each leg. Collins in the home black helmets with the light blue, powder blue numbers trimmed in white, black pants with the powder blue and white stripes down the side. And we have the captains at the middle of the field. It looks like tonight Cade Gooden is in uniform tonight. He missed the last two games, was in a boot that we saw. You also have for Collins, it looks like number 4, that's Davion Dale, along with number 11, Isaac Estrada. And it looks like 13, that would be Logan Hulsman. For Woodford County, it's, as I can't see the numbers of the captains for Woodford County down to the far right. Looks like 58, DeMarcos Jones, 57, Diego Castillo, and it looks like 68. And for Woodford County, that will be maybe 66. Marquez Johnson, I believe. So Woodford County will take the football as normal by winning the toss. So Woodford County will have it, and they will move right to left on your listening device tonight here from affectionately known as Martha Lane Collins High School, but they've shortened it to just Collins High School, predominantly for their sporting events. So Woodford County and Collins tonight. The winner of this game, not in the driver's seat just quite yet, because Woodford County will have to play Scott County next week. The Cardinals come to Community Stadium in Versailles. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. So not like on your schedule says or in the KHSAA website. It is now a 7 o'clock kickoff at Community Stadium. Cardinals and Jackets. It's also homecoming 2025. It is also the last regular season home game for Woodford County as they entertain arch rival Scott County. But tonight, Woodford County can go a long way in getting themselves a top 2 seed in the district for the playoffs and host at least a first-round playoff game. And that game with Scott County looming next week. So Woodford County can go to 2-0. They absolutely dominated the game last week against South Oldham, winning 52-12. Jackets jumped on the Cardinals early, scoring on the first possession of the game. Second possession, Jackets took it down and got a field goal, and they were up 10-0. They led 31-0 at halftime. Increased that lead to as high as 38-0 before South Oldham got on the board with a long touchdown run by Anthony Dixon. It was answered back by a 93-yard kickoff return by Elijah Ward. And then Anthony Dixon capped the night off for South Oldham with another long touchdown run. And then the Jackets' second unit punched it in with a short touchdown run by Ryan Brown with the final score 52-12. So Woodford County 5-1 on the season. Collins at 5-2. Collins will have to play Anderson County next week, and then the week after we'll finish up the regular season on the road against South Oldham in a game Collins won last year on the final drive of the ball game, which helped push Woodford County to the district championship after they knocked off Scott County. So it was a big win for Collins. And we'll see what happens tonight. For Woodford County, back deep in the center of the field, that is Elijah Ward. The ever dangerous kick returner for Woodford County. Gage Miller will kick it off. And we're set from Shelbyville for tonight's football game. This one hit, and it'll hit in the end zone. It'll be a touchback for Collins, and that's where Woodford County will take over. 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. And it'll be Woodford County coming out with the offense. It'll be up front for Woodford County, the same starting unit in the offensive line that has started every game here in 2025. The left tackle is Carson Bugg. Bugg goes 6'6", 295, and a senior. The left tackle is Caleb Cottle. Cottle goes 5'10", 265, and a senior. The center is 55, Cameron Johnson. Cameron goes 6'3", 260 as a sophomore. The right guard is Justin Perez, the junior, 6'5", 310 pounds. And the right tackle is Dylan Branson, 6'3", 245, and a sophomore. We'll give you the rest of the starters in just a minute. They give it off to Darian Tomlin. He's stopped in the backfield for a loss. It'll be 2nd down and about 11. They're going to give him a loss of 1. And Woodford County trying to establish the running game here in the opening quarter. The quarterback is Fox Coons, 6'5", 220, and a junior. The running back, Darian Tomlin, 6'1", 200. We're going to give him that 5 pounds, he told me this week, and a junior. The wideouts, led by number 5, Omari Joyner. Coons back to throw. Looking down the middle of the field, he's going to overthrow his man, Jalen Johnson, incomplete. And it's 3rd and 11 for Woodford County. Jackets took a quick look down the field, but Johnson was double coverage. They had Joyner single coverage. Everybody else man up on the other side of the field with Hodge and Ritar. It'll be 3rd and, well, they gave him none a while ago on that run, so it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 on the opening drive of the ball game, 50 seconds in. 3-man front. Looks like Collins will drop 8. They will. Coons across the middle. It's caught, and it gets up over the 35-yard line to the 37-yard line. That's Ritar, and it's 1st and 10, Woodford County. A great route on the skinny post from Ritar, and Coons hit him in stride. They give it off to Tomlin. He goes outside, stutter steps, gets up over the 45, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and when he stepped out of bounds, up over the 45. Looked like he got 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for Woodford County. Tomlin missed the game last year with Collins. But Tomlin goes about 6'1", 200 pounds. In motion is Hodge. They give it off to Tomlin. Guy has the 1st down. Will squirm his way just shy of midfield at the Yellow Jacket 49-yard line, but give him another couple of yards, and it's 1st and 10, Woodford County. So the Jackets moving the football here on the opening drive. From their own 20-yard line, they give it off to Tomlin, running left. They stretch it out. He breaks a tackle, cuts it upfield. He'll get dropped for a loss of a yard. Estrada on the tackle. But it looks like Estrada a little worse for wear. He gets up. I can't even see if he's favoring an arm or if he took a shot to the solar plexus, so it's a loss of 1. complete it to Jalen Johnson. He gets down inside Collins territory to the 44-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County on the move again. Hodge comes in to get the play as twin receivers to either side. The pistol formation with Tomlin behind him. Fox steps up, throws down the sidelines, and it looks like a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. As Woodford County's Coons overthrows, I believe that was Rytar he overthrew. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Collins 37-yard line. They give it off to Tomlin, running right, breaks a tackle, inside the 30, inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Woodford County on the opening drive, 80 yards, and it eats up 3 minutes and 37 seconds, and Woodford County leads 6-0. So Woodford County leads on the opening drive as they generally do. They win the toss. They usually take the football, and Mason Wolf, who was perfect last week in kicking, 1 for 1 on field goals, 7 for 7 on extra points. The snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick is up, and it's good. With 8:23 to play in the opening quarter, Woodford County takes the opening drive down the field and scores. It's Woodford County 7, Collins back with their first series of the night on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Woodford County Public Schools continues to invest in their students by giving them the tools they need to have a lifetime of success through Portrait of a Learner, which is a set of 5 competencies to help them reach that success. These competencies are a resilient learner, an empathetic communicator, a reflective collaborator, a responsible contributor, a creative problem solver. WCPS believes strongly in the importance and significance that the Portrait of a Learner will play in the educations of its students and is eager to embrace and implement this program as Woodford County Public Schools continues to be a place where kids win. Well, a nice opening drive of the ball game for Woodford County. And they lead 7-0. They'll squib it down here on the near side. Hits at the 27, picked up at the 25. He'll get up to about the 33-yard line where he's knocked down. And we have Samuel Sinners in on the tackle. That was returned by Dejari Hardy for Collins. So Woodford County leads it 7-0. Having a problem with the scoreboard. It's working on the computer here, but not on the actual broadcast feed. But Woodford County, it'll be Cade Gooden, the junior at quarterback, after missing the last 2 weeks. He has trips to the near side, to the far side. Now brings out his back. He's an empty backfield. Twins here to the short side. Back to throw is Gooden. He'll throw down the middle of the field. Man wide open is caught. And down the field to the Woodford County 21-yard line goes to number 1, Jason Hintze, and a big play of 42 yards to get Collins off and running, and it's 1st and 10 Collins from the Woodford County. They actually mark it at the 24-yard line. Back to throw is Gooden again. Pressure coming from the outside, same pattern. And the receiver and the DB both get tangled up and fall down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So a big play out of the shoot for Collins. And it's second down and 10 with 7:52 to play. We're going to probably have some fireworks here. And this one is indication by both teams throwing the football as much as they are down the field. Gooden empties the backfield again. Trips here to the near side, 2 to the far side. The short side is the far side. Gooden back to throw. Pressure up the middle. He has Hulsman in the middle of the field who falls down shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the Woodford County 17-yard line. Again, this is 4 receivers here to the near side. They go with a straight quarterback dive. It looks like Gooden has the first down inside the 15, about the 14. He needs the 15. He got 3. It'll be 1st and 10 for Collins from the Woodford County 14-yard line. Gooden back to throw. He dumps it off to Hulsman, who goes down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. It's actually A.V. Delaney on the catch. He gets down to the 3-yard line. They mark him there. It's be 1st and goal, Collins from the Woodford County 3-yard line. They give it off to the running back. I believe that's Hardy. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, Martin, it'll be a loss of 1 back to the 3, so it'll be 2nd down and goal for the Titans. Back to throw, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd down and goal for Collins. Third and goal from the 3 for the Titans. Woodford County looks to be in press coverage right now, and timeout Collins. Want to make sure they have the right play call here. And on several of these plays here on this drive for Collins, they have been empty backfield. Jack Keane Ford is apart from other dealerships with their no hassle, no pressure environment when you go looking for a car. The friendly sales staff makes sure you find the right vehicle for you, but above all else, Jack Keane Ford provides high quality service, and that's what makes them one of the best dealerships in the country. So stop by today at 3405 Lexington Road or call them at 859-873-6666. Jack Keane Ford, where service isn't just lip service, it's practiced every day. They've also been selected by the Herald Leader readers as the #1 domestic car dealership in Central Kentucky. Also by Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians. The caring doctors at Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, have served Woodford County for more than 3 decades. All doctors are board certified to ensure your family receives the diagnostic, preventative, and therapeutic care you need. For appointments, call them today at 859-873-9188 or visit lexingtonclinic.com. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, the choice for comprehensive care in Woodford County. Third and goal for the 3. Gooden looks, throws. Is it caught? Incomplete. Hit him right in the breadbasket, and he dropped it, and it's 4th and goal. Now Collins will go for the field goal from Gage Miller. Miller on the year. We have two pretty good kickers. Miller is 2 for 2 on field goals. This one from 20 yards away on the left hash. He'll have to push it to the right. The snap's a good one. The hold's down. The kick, look, it's got like it got partially blocked, and it barely gets up over the crossbar. Somebody got a hand on it in the middle of the line there for Woodford County. But the Titans are able to score, and Woodford County's lead is cut to 7-3. Carroll Floor Covering, if you're looking for the perfect floor covering for your next project, then you need to call the folks at Carroll Floor Covering in downtown Versailles. Since 1980, Steve Carroll and his small family-owned operated business has been operating in Versailles and surrounding counties, and they have a variety of things, whether it's tile, carpet, laminate, hardwood, LVP, or vinyl. Carroll has it for you in a variety of colors. Contact Steve today for a free estimate at 859-873-6919. Or also, you can go to the Wash House. It's a walk-in coin laundry with multiple high-capacity machines that also offers drop-off wash, dry, and fold service. They're located 435 Lexington Road in Versailles. Their convenient hours and location make it ideal for your busy schedule. They also offer services for horse blankets of $15, king and queen size blankets $20, and large rugs, depending on their size, $20 to $50. Come at the Wash House, do the dirty work, and tell them you heard it here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. It hits in front of Grayson Hodge and goes out of bounds, and Woodford County will take over from their own 35, leading 7-3. So Woodford's going to make them kick it again. Generally, most coach Dennis decided. Dennis has decided. I think he wants it at the 35. Yeah, Woodford has decided they wanted the ball at the 35-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County from the Collins, or from their own 35 with 5:39 to play in the opening quarter. Jackets took it right down the field at 80 yards. They throw out here in the flat. Amari Joyner is met and dropped at about the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. They're going to give him 4 to be 2nd down and 6 for Woodford County. Dale on the tackle for the Titans. So they bring Hodge in motion. They give it off to Ryan Brown. He's hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6. Estrada on the tackle again. So Woodford County looking at 3rd and 6. And it looks like Collins may be ringing 4 as they walk up an outside linebacker here on the near side. They are. The rushing 4 drop 7. They throw out in the flat. Caught by... That's Amari Joyner, number 5 on the catch. His 2nd reception of the night. It's good for a Woodford County 1st down at the Woodford County 46-yard line. Coons back to throw. looking, has his man open. Nice throw between the two defenders. Caught by, I believe that's Rytar on the far side. That is Rytar. Nice catch down to the Collins 37. Jackets on the move again. 4:05 to play in the opening quarter, leading 7-3. Coons back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Throws on the run. Has a man open and overthrows Amari Joyner. Had him open. He also had Rytar running right across his face along the numbers. But he had Joyner behind three Collins defenders in the end zone. He overthrew him. Nice job by Coons. Coons probably could have run for some yardage. It'll be second down and 10. Throws out in the flat on the screen to Hodge. Hodge will pick his way. Gets 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Woodford County from the Collins 32-yard line. So make it 3rd and 5. He got 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Woodford County, probably in 4-down territory. We have Ryan Brown in on this series for Woodford County. As we bring trips here to the near side. One receiver back to the left. They give it off to Brown, running right, back in the hole. Darts inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. Give him 14. And it's 1st and goal, Woodford County with 3:06, or 1st and 10, Woodford County from the 18. Estrada with another tackle for Collins. But Woodford County right now getting some big yardage on the ground with Brown and Tomlin. They throw across the middle, and it's incomplete, looking for Amari Joyner. 2nd down and 10. So Woodford County moving the football again inside Collins' 20-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the 18. They give it off to Tomlin. He gets 2. It's 3rd and 8. England on the tackle for Collins, but they're going to give him 1. 3rd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Coons back to throw, looks across the middle, intercepted. Headed the other direction for Collins. He's going to go all the way. Unless Joyner can catch him from behind, he's going to stop at the 37-yard line. We have a flag back at the 21-yard line of Collins. Could be a block in the back, could be defensive holding. Let's see what we've got. Illegal motion against Woodford County. It'll be declined, and Collins has the first turnover. That's the 5th interception thrown by Coons, and he locked in on, I believe it was Jalen Johnson, who was running a skinny post. And he just sat in the middle of the field and picked it off and headed the other direction. That's when you got to look off your receivers. The middle of the field's been open pretty much throughout the last couple of weeks for Fox to look at his receivers running in the middle, but you got a free safety sitting back there in the middle of the field. He's going to look at you, and if he sees you locking in on a guy, he's going to step in. That's what happened. But Coons has been right on the money for most of the night tonight. We have a number of receivers for Collins. They go 5 wide again. They have had Cade Gooden back there by himself pretty much the entire night here in the first quarter. Empty backfield again. Jackets down around his ankles. Missed a hold maybe in the middle of the field, and that gets an 11-yard gain to Hintz on the catch. He gets 11. It'll be 1st and 10 down to the Woodford County 29-yard line. A minute 40 to play in the first half. Woodford County leading 7-3, but Collins got the initial turnover of the ball game. And the Titans are in business after the long interception return. Pistol formation. Martin behind Gooden. Gooden running for his life again. He'll throw out here to the light. It's caught inside the 15. It'll be a 1st down for Collins. Delaney on the catch, and that was all Cade Gooden. He bought some time rolling to his right, and then he just threw a ball. It looked like it was going to float forever, but there wasn't a white jersey around Delaney, who made the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the Woodford County 14. The Jackets gave up serious yardage in the first drive, but stiffened up inside their own 5 to force a field goal. And we have a false start on Collins. A flag came as Cade was walking over to the sideline with under a minute to play. So it's 1st and 15 now for Collins. Gooden back to throw, looking down the side for his receiver. That is number 1, Jason Hintz, but it goes off his right hand, and looks like he and the DP, that is Christopher Reed Jr., the battle of the ones. It'll be 2nd down and 15 from the Woodford County 19-yard line. Empty backfield. 4 receivers to the left, the wide side. 1 here back to the near side. They'll throw the screen into the middle of the field. That is Schulzman. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Woodford County 15. Actually 4. It'll be 3rd and 11. So 3rd and 11 for Collins from the Woodford County 16-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with Woodford County leading 7-3, but Collins threatening at the Yellow Jackets 15-yard line. Falling Springs Rec Center. Experience endless fun and fitness at Falling Springs Rec Center. From exciting youth programs to adult fitness classes, there's something for everyone, regardless of your age. Join us for swim lessons, community events, and more. Be sure to check out the Silver Sneakers programs for seniors, making staying fit easier. Whether you're young or young at heart, we have activities to keep you healthy and active. Discover more at FallingSpringsCenter.com. Also by Ricardo's Restaurant, a unique southern dining experience awaits you in historic Versailles, just out of downtown, and combine it with an upbeat atmosphere, then you have Ricardo's. Located just outside of downtown, as I mentioned, Ricardo's features everything from burgers to salads. They also offer entrees like fish and chips and the famous Kentucky Hot Brown. Take your family to Ricardo's tonight at 110 Frankfort Street, or call for carry-out or curbside service at 859-873-3663. 7-3, Woodford County on top in an exciting first quarter of action. Both teams racing up and down the field. We have Martin to the right of Gooden. Twin receivers to the near side. Actually, trips. We have Gooden take off. He's going to go in for the score. And Collins leads 9-7. And he made a move at about the 10-yard line to get away from, I think that was Christopher Reed Jr. And Woodford County finds themselves down 9-7 with the extra point for Miller coming. So Woodford County finds it trails for the first time tonight. And the kick from Miller is good, and it's 10-7 in favor of Collins here in the second quarter of action. Glad you're with us from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Woodford County and Collins meeting for the 7th time on the football field, the 3rd time here in Shelbyville. But this is the 2nd time in the last 2 trips to Shelbyville here that Collins has led Woodford County. That's been all Woodford County for the most part, except for the very first game of the series in Community Stadium in Versailles. And I'm going to look up that year for you real quick. It was 2019, a 24-19 win for Woodford at Community Stadium. That was the closest this game has been in this series. Miller to kick off. Back deep is Elijah Ward. It'll come down to Ward, and it'll hit actually 2 yards deep in the end zone, and Woodford will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So Woodford finds itself down here in the contest with Collins, but I mentioned before they have trailed in this series at times. It'll be Coons with Tomlin behind him. They give it off to Tomlin. Big hole right up the middle. Gets up to the 25-yard line. Went right behind his center, Johnson. England on the tackle. Puts it right on the 25, so a quick gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 for Woodford County from their own 25-yard line, trailing 10-7 with 11 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Trips here, they'll stack Hodge behind Johnson with Rytar here on the far side. Omari Joyner alone on the far side. They give it off to Tomlin, drop for a loss. And it's Trey England again on the stop. A loss of a yard. 3rd and 6 for Woodford County now. So the Jackets making sure that they get the running game on. They've had a good chunks of yardage on the ground. They've also picked up chunks of yardage through the air. Tampa 2 deep secondary and on the hash marks for Collins. Back to throw is Coons. Throws out here to the far side, and he throws and leads Omari Joyner out of bounds, and Woodford County will go 3 and out. Well, he had Darian Tomlin coming out of the backfield. Nobody had picked Tomlin up to cover him. He chose to throw the ball down the field further to Joyner, and he led Omari out of bounds. That looked like, to me, instead of coming up more over the top, Looked like Fox dropped his arm a little bit and threw more of a 3/4, and it sailed on him. So it's 4th and 6. And into punt is Josiah McKee for Woodford County. And McKee gets it out of there. It's a line drive kick, hits at the midfield, and will roll inside the Collins 30 and will die at the 26. So a 50-yard punt off the left foot of Josiah McKee. They bumped him a little bit, but Josiah's got to do a little bit better job of acting there and maybe hit the deck. So it's 10-7 Collins right now on top of Woodford County. Yellow Jackets defense has given up some serious yardage here in the opening 24 minutes. 10:22 to play. They trail 10-7. They have also gotten a ton of yardage themselves. Empty backfield. High snap. Pulled down by Gooden. He steps up, rolls left, cuts it back, gets up to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. They're going. It looks like they're going to far side, mark him at the 32. Give him 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Collins. So they gave him actually 6 to the 20. Yeah, they gave him 6. 2nd and 4. Just by looking at the sticks, really hard to tell from where I'm at. Empty backfield, quads to the far side, the wide side. They come and he throws it at the feet of his intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and 4. That was Avion Delaney. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Collins. Big defensive stop here for Woodford County if they can get it. 9:33 to play before halftime. Collins leads 10-7. Same formation. 4 actually have flipped it. 3 to the far side, the wide side. 2 here to the near side. Back to throw is Gooden. Steps up, throws deep down the middle of the field. Caught down to the 30-yard line, and they have really just eaten up. And that was Neo Jones that got beat that time. And it's 1st and 10 Collins, and Delaney on the catch. Now, I'm telling you, Kate Gooden makes a difference at quarterback here for Collins. And if Jones gets his head around, though, he's got a shot at either knocking that down or picking it off. 34-yard gain. Empty backfield. Trips to the near side. 2 back to the far side. Gooden throws deep. And they're going to throw the flag. Going to call pass interference. And I believe that's Elijah Ward they're calling that on the far side. It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot from the line of scrimmage, which was the 30. It'll take it down to the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for Collins. And Woodford County right now reeling a little bit. They have yet to really get pressure with 4 on Gooden. His first 2 years against Woodford at quarterback, he was scrambling and running for his life. But he's sitting in the pocket right now, and Woodford has not gotten to him to make him, well, a couple of times. Offsides on Woodford County. And it's 1st and 5. So Woodford gives a free 5 there and a free 20 on 2 straight penalties. A pass interference and now an offsides with 8:51 to play in the first half. Collins leading 10-7 and looking for more. They have gotten chunk yardage. They have not really driven the football with any length of time. They've driven it down the field long, but they've gotten 2 or 3 explosive plays per possession. Gooden back to throw, throws out here, and it's caught. Tackled by Christopher Reed. And that is Delaney on the catch. He got 3. It'll be second down and 2 for Collins from the Woodford County 7-yard line. They can get a first down at the 5. Pistol formation, and they're going to move, it looks like, Martin to the left of Gooden, but he'll be out just behind the tackle. Gooden rolls left, still rolling, cuts it up, gets to maybe the 5. He'll have the first down, though. It'll be if they give him the 5. He only needed 2, and it'll be first and goal for Collins. They gave him the 4. Nope, they gave him the 5 right at it. So it's first and goal. Titans. From the 5-yard line. Gooden goes up the middle, touchdown, Collins. And I tell you what, they are right now just shredding the Woodford County defense. There has been no answer here in the early going for Woodford County. And it's 16-7 with Gage Miller on to attempt the extra point. The snap is low, the kick is up, and he got it through. It's now 17-7 in favor of Collins. Now Woodford County needs to answer back because they have not had any answer for Collins defensively right now. They are really struggling against the Collins offense. So Woodford County finds themselves down by 10 here in this huge district matchup from Shelbyville, and the Jackets need to answer back with a score right here. Now Miller has kicked his 4 kickoffs all into, well, 3 of the 4 into the end zone. The other one he kicked out of bounds. So Miller with Christopher Reed near side, Hodge, and he'll boot this one again in the end zone. This one will go about 9 yards deep. And Woodford County will have it first and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So the Jackets have really, after the first couple of series, they actually, the opening series, they went right down the field. A 20-yard touchdown pass from Coons to Darian Tomlin. Extra point good. They led 7-0. Right back came Collins real quick on a quick strike offense. Field goal. Woodford County held them 7-3. But then the interception return, Woodford County was in position to score. They throw out here to Johnson, and he gets lit up. And that is Dale on the tackle for Collins. You just can't, boy, you've got to see that as you're from the quarterback. He loses 2. Dale read that and was there right now. And Johnson was lucky that he got up from that because he got waylaid. Second down and 12 for Woodford County. Tomlin behind Coons. They give it off to Tomlin. He's undercut by England again. And, boy, I'm telling you, they are playing Woodford, I would get out to the edges. I mean, Woodford on the opening drive did a good job of running the football. He got a yard, 3rd and 11. Woodford is really right now struggling against this Collins defense. They are selling out with 3 or 4, and they're not getting pressure on Coons, but they are dropping 7, sometimes 8 in coverage. And you gotta, you might call for the ball to go down the field, but you gotta. He pumps and he pumps. He has a man wide open on the far side. That is Hodge, and he underthrew him. He had him running free, and he underthrew Grayson Hodge. He had all day to get to it, and he did not step into it. That's another thing that Coons has an opportunity or a preference to do that. He will not step into his throws. He'll try to throw it flat-footed and rely on that arm, and that'll throw off the accuracy. He just like an infielder in baseball, you got to step to what you're throwing to. So Hodge underthrown. It'll be 4th and 11. McKee kicks it out of there, almost blocked. It comes down to the near side. It'll be caught out of bounds, and Collins will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Give him the 43. 6:13 to play. Now, Woodford's defense has got to have an answer. Because this is one of those nights, because if you can't stop Collins and you wind up losing this ball game, that makes next week's game even bigger than it is if you win. Because next week would be for the district championship more than likely. You have to do something here defensively right now. Trips to the far side, 2 back here to the near side. Gooden steps in the middle of the field and overthrows his man. Incomplete. Zion Brown was the closest Yellow Jacket to that, but again, they had somebody running free in the middle of the field. 2nd down and 10 for Collins. Clock stopped. UK Sports Medicine, when it comes to sports injuries, being seen quickly is vital to getting back in the game. UK Healthcare's orthopedic surgery and sports medicine program offers walk-in access to your sports medicine specialist at Turfland Mall, 7 to 8 a.m., Monday through Friday, no appointment necessary. They give it off to Martin, and I think Gooden wanted to pull it. And a loss of 3 back to the 40-yard line, so it'll be timeout Woodford County. I want to also talk to you about a couple of things that I really, really enjoy. And that one is Collision Masters of Lexington. They have Josh and David Wilson are the owner proprietors of it. They are a family-owned business located in Lexington, 2 locations. One on the north side of Lexington, just off Old Frankfort Pike. Back in those shops right there, just off of New Circle Road. If you go see these guys, they will give you an estimate. They will look at it. They will be honest with you. They will not try to oversell you. They will not try to overdo what the damage is to your car. They can repair scratches, dents, repair bumpers that have been knocked off. They will give you an honest answer and give you an honest price and not try to gouge your wallet. Go see them today at Collision Masters of Lexington. Making your day better is their family's business. Also by Family Wealth Group. Wealth management designed to last with the things of prices of groceries and gas and housing market. You want some money for your kids and grandkids, then go see the fine folks at Family Wealth Group. Back to throw is Gooden. He avoids McKee and then throws it out of bounds. And we'll get a hold, and I think Woodford County will decline the penalty. As it'll be 4th down and about 13 now for Collins, and they'll punt it away. It'll be 4th down. Gage Miller will be the punt formation. First time tonight, Collins is punted. Back deep is Elijah Ward. He is dangerous from back there. He returned the kickoff last week for 93 yards. He returned a punt the week before for a touchdown that was called back. Miller gets the snap, kicks it down here, and it hits and goes inside the Woodford County 10 down to the 7-yard line. 53-yard punt off the right toe of Gage Miller, and he is a weapon similar to the weapon that Woodford County had for the last 3 years in Logan Ford. An illegal touching on Collins, so it hit a Collins player. And it'll be marked to the 26, so a 19-yard difference. So it'll be 1st and 10, Woodford County from their own 26-yard line with 5:38 to play, each team with 2 timeouts. Coons with Tomlin behind him in the pistol formation. Joyner over here by himself, trips to the left side. Coons back to throw, looks, got Johnson out in the flat, breaks a tackle, gets up over the 40, still fighting for yardage, gets to about the 44-yard line, maybe the 43. That'll be 16 yards, and Woodford County will have a first down. We have a stoppage of play here. And a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Woodford County. It came from the side judge on the far side, and boy, I tell you, that hurts Woodford. You got it out to the 43-yard line on one play, and you can't keep your mouth shut. And I didn't see anybody do anything, so it had to be verbal. So it's a dead ball, so now it's 1st and 25 for Woodford County. Actually, they're going to make it 1st and 10. So they're back 3 yards. 1st and 10 from the 26. So they're right back where they started from. Coons down the middle. He has Rytar, and they get up to the 46. So he gets 20 right back. Now you mark him at the 45, and the ball, oh my goodness, 19 instead. He was over the 45, and that's the back judge marking that. Coons gives it off to Tomlin. Gets over midfield. Now they're going to mark it at midfield, so give him 5. I'm not understanding the marks here because it looked like Tomlin had already gone across the 50. It's where the ball is located. Coons back to throw. Throws over here. And there was hand fighting. It'll be 3rd and 5 now. So it's 3rd and 5, a big conversion here for Woodford County with 4:48 to play. So the last couple of weeks, Woodford had cleaned up the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They get one here tonight. Coons back to throw. Looking. Throws. He caught the football down at the 36-yard line. That was Jalen Johnson on the catch. That's 14 yards. Boy, Coons probably could have run for the first down, but he just chose to throw it. Had plenty of time to throw, stepped up in the pocket, had a nice pocket formed from his offensive line, and will go 1st and 10 from the 36 of Collins. Everybody in bunch. We go to an offset eye. They fake it to Tomlin, run here to the right side, and then Hodge, who was running an out and up, and it's 2nd and 10. Well, I don't see a flag on the field. So they're going to mark it off, so it'll be 1st and 15. First time I've ever seen an official call a penalty and not throw the flag. So it's 1st and 15. Tomlin gets a yard, maybe 2 inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for Woodford now. England on the tackle for Collins. We've heard Isaac Estrada and Trey England's name mentioned quite a bit. England with 39 tackles coming in. Estrada leading the team in tackles with 96. There are 2 linebackers, one on the inside, one on the outside. Coons back to throw. Throws, called by Joyner, and he's gone. The defender went to jump, and a touchdown for Amari Joyner, and Woodford County right back in it with 3:27 to play. 17-13 now, with Mason Wolf on to try the extra point. So that went 41 yards. And Woodford County right back in it. With 3:27 to play. Out of the hold. Is good. Out of the hold of 26, Jesse Duncan. And Woodford County has moved it to 17-14 with 3:27 to play. So a good answer for Woodford County after a little bit of shooting themselves in the foot. So Woodford County back into it, trailing 17-14. .327 to play. Woodford County will kick off. Mason Wolf will do the honors. Collins expecting Woodford County to maybe squib it or kick it on side here. They have a couple deep. Showing very little respect for Woodford County here. Wolf to kick it off, and he'll kick it deep down here to the near side. It'll come down to the 15-yard line. He's got a crease. He'll cut it outside to the right, cut it back to the left, and he'll be dragged down from behind at the Woodford County 41-yard line. Hardy on the return. Looked like he might have gotten some help from maybe a hold on the wall right there, but no flag coming, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Collins from the Woodford County 40-yard line, 42. So an interception return and now a big kickoff return for Collins. And the Jackets defense forced a 3 and out a moment ago. Will now need to come up again big. Good, and back to throw. Going to have hold in the middle of the field again as McKee got in there. Throws across the middle. It's coming back to Hulsman. He's going to go in for the touchdown, but they're going to actually mark him at the 1-yard line. They're going to bring it back. McKee beat the center, and then I think the guard trying to help him out going to be called for a hold. So it'll be from the line of scrimmage. And to move it back to the Woodford County, actually to the Collins 48-yard line. So it's 1st and 20 now for the Titans. So 3:06 to play. Woodford County and Collins. Titans lead 17-14 here late in the first half. Gooden back to throw. They're triple teaming McKee now. Gooden throws, has a man wide open in the middle of the field. And Delaney on the catch. And I'm telling you what, Woodford's defensive secondary is being challenged and shredded right now. Now, Gooden has given them a lot of options by just keeping the play alive and going right or left. It's 1st and 10 Collins from the Woodford County 26. So whatever you just did with Woodford by answering with a touchdown to get it to 17-14, you're about ready to go right back in a hole because Collins gets the ball to start the second half. Gooden, barking signals out. Empty backfield. Pressure coming again. Gooden will cut it up and get to the 25. It'll be a gain of 1, be 2nd down and 9. Dumas on the tackle for Woodford County. Collins right back to the line of scrimmage with 2 timeouts and under 2 minutes to play. Martin to the left of Gooden. Calls for it, gets the snap. Here comes pressure with 3. They throw. And that is McIntyre, got 8. It'll be 3rd and a yard for Collins. A minute 20 to play. The big thing for Collins is Gooden has been upright. In his first 2 career starts against Woodford, he has spent a lot of time on his backside. They direct snap to Gooden. He has the first down inside the 10 to the 9. So Woodford having a real tough time stopping Collins' offense. They have done it on a couple of occasions, but that has been it. Held them to a field goal on their opening possession and then forced a punt on the previous Collins possession, but that's been it. 1st and 10 from the 10. So it's 1st and goal. Gooden back to throw, steps into the pocket, throws out into the flat. Boy, I tell you, Delaney just, Woodford has had trouble tackling before, and tonight it rears its ugly head even worse. 3 Yellow Jackets had a shot at him, and he scores. And Woodford County now trails 23-14. We have a flag on the play, and it's a sideline warning on Collins. So Miller on to tip the extra point. Bad snap, and that one goes up, and it is good. Well, they've had trouble with the last 3 extra point snaps. They had a field goal that actually creeped over the crossbar on their opening possession that Woodford County got a hand on. And it's 24-14, and Collins back out by 10 here in the first half with 27 seconds to play. Now, Woodford County is really struggling defensively to stop this Collins offense. So Miller will kick off. Ward will wait at the 5-yard line, but he has yet to return a kick tonight because 4 of the 5 kickoffs tonight for Miller have been touchbacks. The other one was one that he kicked out of bounds. This one will come down in the end zone again. So Woodford County will have it 1st and 10 with 2 timeouts left. Only 27 seconds left here in the first half of action. Collins will have the football to begin the second half and will have the lead. At the worst, it'll be only a 3-point lead at the break. At the best for the Titans, it'll be a 10-point lead as it currently is right now, 24-14. It's timeout Collins. So we're down to 1 timeout left for the Titans, but it's been the Cade Gooden show. He has really come back after a 2-week absence for Collins and shredded the Woodford County defense with his right arm, the junior. So I want to talk also about some other fine businesses for us. We have City Bank of Versailles. City Bank helping people since 1954. 2 locations, the old off of Marcel's Road. They have that one, and then they also have the one downtown just across from the Versailles Cemetery. That is City Bank helping people since 1954. Also by Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good. No matter what the weather, nothing tastes better than a blizzard from Dairy Queen, or actually an ice cream cake, or you can have breakfast. They have some of the best biscuits and gravy in town. Go see them today at Dairy Queen on Frankfort Street, just up from the Woodford County Board of Education building, the old Woodford County High School. Also want to talk a little bit about Little Mozart Piano Academy, where dreams take flight. It also helps you with dexterity in your hands. It helps you with with your mental capacity, and as well as your hearing and your eyesight. So Woodford County will throw real quickly, and out of bounds goes Grayson Hodge. And he got 9, so it'll be 2nd down and 1 for Woodford County. He got as much as he could before stepping out of bounds. Back to throw is Coons. Throws again, out on the flat, caught. And that is Grayson Hodge on the catch. 1st and 10, Woodford County. I couldn't see his number because he was turned to the side. So they're out to their own 39-yard line. So it's 19 seconds on the clock. Woodford County at their own 39-yard line, trailing 24-14. If they get a touchdown here in the last 27 seconds of this half, it'll be a huge get. Catch by number 16. That is Davon Mitchell, I believe, or is that 6? Oh, that was David Jones, I believe, 17. He got 6. It'll be second down and 4 with 11 seconds to play in the first half. So Woodford County finds themselves in a 10-point hole here on the road at Collins, trailing 24-14. So the Jackets they're 55 yards away from a score here. Back to throw is Coons. Steps up, throws. He has a man out there. That's Grayson Hodge, but it's going to wing off to the right. So it's 3rd and 5 for Woodford County with only 3 seconds left in the first half. So Woodford County is going to take a timeout. And they'll be down to 1. Also, we'll talk about Kentucky Gym. Come get fit with an old school vibe. Kentucky Gym, a brand new business in Versailles, located in the old Cato's building in the Lexington Road Plaza, right off of Lexington Road right there, just as you come into Versailles. Kentucky Gym, they have all kinds of gym memberships for you. They have a sauna, they have an ice bath, they have yoga classes, they have Pilates classes, they have free weights, along with some Nautilus equipment. You name it, they can do it. If you're tired of the big box chains, go see locally owned Kentucky Gym. It is now has locations in Versailles. They have some coming in Georgetown and Nicholasville. They have been named the best gym in Lexington in back-to-back years. 3rd and 5, final play of the first half. Collins will have people deep, and they call timeout. So Woodford County trailing 24-14 here in the first half. We'll talk about Woodford County Public Schools, our title sponsor on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. This is the Woodford County Public Schools Game of the Week. Woodford County Public Schools, where kids win. They've, for the last couple of years, had the concept of Portrait of a Learner, which is 5 competencies that help those students reach their potential and help them with a lifetime of success as they get older. It's resilient learner, an empathetic communicator, reflective collaborator, a responsible contributor, and a creative problem solver. So Woodford County will go 3 here to the near side, 2 receivers back to the far side. And Coons will throw. Steps up, and he'll be hit as he throws, and it goes out of bounds. So Collins dropped 8 and rushed 3, and Woodford County will go to the halftime locker room, trailing here in Shelbyville 24-14 to Collins. And we will be back with halftime here in Shelbyville. Back here at Collins High School, where the homestanding Titans lead the Your Yellow Jackets here at the halftime break, 24-14. Looked like Woodford County was going to have their way with Collins here in the first half. They really moved the football on their first two drives. They went 80 yards on the opening drive of the ball game when they got the early 7-0 after the extra point from Mason Wolf. Collins came right back down the field. Woodford County's defense stiffened inside their own 5, forcing a 20-yard field goal from Gage Miller. Somebody in the Woodford County middle of their defensive field goal unit got a hand on it, and it creeped over the crossbar nonetheless. And it was 7-3 Woodford County. Jackets came right back down the field and were in scoring position again when Fox Coons threw an interception at the goal line, returned all the way back out to the Woodford County 37-yard line. It didn't take long from there. 5 plays later, Collins reached the end zone, and it was 10-3 with the Miller extra point, or 10-7 in favor of Collins. Titans built it to 17-7 after a 3-and-out from Woodford County. The Jackets defense got gashed again with a couple of big pass plays, explosive plays down the field. They came right back, make it 17-7 after the touchdown to Delaney. Woodford County, actually Gooden took that one in on his own, rushing the football. Again, Woodford County got right back in it with a touchdown pass of 46 yards from, 46 yards from Fox Coons to Omari Joyner. The defender jumped like the ball was going to be overthrown of Joyner. Joyner reached up, snatched it out of the air, and avoided the contact with the defender and strolled in untouched for the touchdown. The extra point by Wolf made it 17-14. And then Woodford again gave up a huge kickoff return. And then Cade Gooden doing what he does best, keeping plays alive. Thought there was a couple of times that pressure came up the middle from Woodford County in the form of Josiah McKee. He did get one holding call on the offensive line for Collins, but I thought there was a couple more times that where Gooden sprinted outside the pocket. It looked like maybe one of the linemen tried to turn one of the Woodford County defenders who got turned around. Gooden kept it alive, and they go down and score with only 27 seconds to play in the first half. Woodford County got real quickly out of the box on a pass play to Jalen Johnson of 20 yards called 15 yards called right straight back after the play for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Woodford County. Didn't see anything that was a physical situation, but it wound up being probably a verbal part, and Woodford County was moved back originally to the original line of scrimmage, and from there they were unable to do anything for Woodford County. So Collins leads here at halftime over Woodford County and Shelbyville 24-14. Back with more on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Back here at Collins High School in Shelbyville, where Woodford County trails at halftime, as you see by the scoreboard there, 24-14. Had a lot of you all asking why only a audio stream tonight. Well, I was told I could not do video streaming from here tonight because of uh, they have an exclusive rights with another company, and at one point in time there was not going to be any broadcast of the game, but I pushed the issue to get into the press box and be able to broadcast with a live audio broadcast only. That is why we are doing the live audio broadcast tonight. So Woodford County trails here at the halftime break, 24-14. Collins Marching Band doing their performance routine here tonight before the home crowd here as Woodford County and Collins doing battle. Now, I mentioned Woodford County is 2-0 all-time here in Shelbyville. They are a 6-0 on the all-time series against Collins. So the Jackets in danger of losing the first game ever in this series to the Titans. Coming into tonight, Woodford County has all-time, their win-loss record is 336 wins, 318 losses, and 2 ties on their record. And, you know, that has covered since 1963, the first year Woodford County became a high school. Their first 2 years were not good. Actually, their first 4 years were losing records. In 63, they were 2-8, 5-6 in 64, 2-8 in 65, and then 4-5 in 66. They had their first winning record in 67. They were 5-4-1, one of those ties. One of those ties came to Bryan Station in a game that was probably the most exciting 0-0 tie you could ever find. They didn't have overtimes back in those days as well. But Woodford County has really played a who's who of high school football. If you look at some of their teams, they played Bowling Green twice back in the early 80s. Jackets won in Versailles. Purples returned the favor in Bowling Green. They played Belfry. They played Ashland Blazer, Christian Academy of Louisville, Covington Catholic 4 times, Danville a handful of times, 21 times to be exact. I'm sorry, 15 times to be exact. That's right, 21 times. They have played Elizabethtown 3 times. A who's who. Harrodsburg, they're 4-2 all time against the Harrodsburg program that has always been extremely good. Henry Clay, all the Lexington schools, Madison Central. So you look at their body of work. So the 336, 318 record all time for Woodford has been really good. So if they can pull this one out, they can go to 337 and 318. But we'll see what happens. Woodford County trailing here at halftime by a score of 24-14. Now, the offense has not been the problem for Woodford, although they've had a couple of instances. They did have the game's only turnover when they were inside the red zone. And really, it could have been a 14-10 ball game, Woodford County leading. But at that point in time, it would have been 14-3. But Collins came down after the turnover to make it 10-7. Then they made it 17-7. Woodford made it 17-14. And then right before the half, Woodford County gave up a long pass play. And then again, Collins scored with 27 seconds to play in the first half. And they'll get the football to begin the second half here in Shelbyville. Now, the law of averages will tell you Woodford County and Collins is due to win a ball game in this series. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Woodford County's defense is the one that's got come up big. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. We have 24 minutes of football. Woodford County down 10 here in Shelbyville to the Titans of Collins. And it would be next week is going to be a big game anyway. Again, we want to remind you, next week is homecoming. So if you're thinking about coming, come on. You'll have to get out there early because a big crowd is expected, number one, for homecoming. Number two, it's the Cardinals of Scott County, a longtime rival of Woodford County. And the fact that a lot of people were thinking that Woodford County would win this game tonight and then come into the Scott County game, and that would be for the district championship. Well, Collins right now is having other ideas about that, leading here at the halftime break, 24-14. So we'll see how things shake out here in the next 24 minutes. But I was telling one of our listeners on through text message here on the phone just now that the biggest difference between the first 2 years of a starting quarterback for Cade Gooden and tonight is he has been upright the entire time. Now, he has been flushed a couple of times, but he has been upright. He has not had any kind of pressure in his face and knocked down. And when he can stand there and deliver the football in the pocket, he is absolutely deadly. So Woodford County's got to get some pressure on him, and they have to make sure that they keep him in the pocket. And when they do, they got to collapse the pocket down. They got to tackle him, and they have to make sure that they knock him down at least a couple times and do it cleanly. I mean, I'm not saying hit him dirty, but you got to put pressure on the young man, make him a little bit more uncomfortable in the pocket. He is very comfortable in the pocket right now and in total control, and that's why Collins has this 10-point lead here at the halftime break. If you're expecting another voice tonight, nobody with me tonight, unable to locate a partner tonight. And again, the video stream, I told you, was none of my doing. I have video stream from here the last 2 times we've been here, but told tonight I could not. So we'll just leave it at that. So Woodford County trailing here at the halftime break. And we'll see if they can do something about this 10-point difference. So Collins will get the football. They'll be moving right to left on your listening device at home, which is the scoreboard. They'll be facing the scoreboard here in the third quarter. So Woodford County trails 24-10. Collins will have the football to begin the second half. And we'll see if Woodford County can do anything with this Collins offense. I want to congratulate the girls and boys soccer teams last night. 30th District Championships at Community Stadium. Boys win in PKs, and the girls win 2-0 over Collins. And we have an offsides on Woodford County on the kickoff. Actually, I'm going to say somebody started beforehand. Collins recovered it. I think they're going to make them kick it again. called illegal procedure is what they called, and I don't know. Never seen the illegal procedure on the kickoff. So Wolf will kick it off. And we're going to get Zion Brown to come kick it for Woodford County. Be Zion Brown kicking off. He'll have the stronger leg than Wolf. And Brown will pooch this one down. It's fielded over his shoulder by Dale, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line. That's where Collins will begin 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line, leading 24-14 here as we begin the third quarter. So Cade Gooden, who did what he wanted to do the first half, is now back in at quarterback. He has been upright the entire night. He has seen every one of his passes completed. And he shows no ill effects of whatever the leg or foot injury was he had over the last 2 weeks. And Woodford County will try to get pressure on him. Gooden looking deep down the far side. This one's going to be underthrown. Running step for step with Hardy was Christopher Reed Jr. on the far side. 2nd down and 10. No wind to speak of here tonight, but it's a cool, crisp night here in Shelbyville. 2nd down and 10 for the Titans. That is Elijah Ward. Correction, not Christopher Reed Jr. That was Elijah Ward. Gooden back to throw. Woodford rushing 3. McKee had somebody hold him again, and is there an interception? No. That was Darian Tomlin who had it and then dropped it. 3rd and 10. Well, McKee was being double teamed, and he split the double team, and then all of a sudden he stopped moving. Couldn't tell if he got held up or if just fighting through the double team kind of tired him out. 3rd and 10 here for Collins from their own 40-yard line on the opening possession of the third quarter. 5 receivers, 3 to the top, 2 to the near. Gooden back to throw. Delayed blitz. Tackett hit him as he throws, and down it goes. The first time tonight Woodford County got to him. He stepped up in the pocket and then threw. As he threw, brought his arm forward. He got hit, and the ball went straight up in the air and fluttered harmlessly to the ground. So for the first time tonight, Woodford County puts pressure on Gooden, and he stepped up in the pocket, was unable to really get himself square to throw the football. So back is Elijah Ward as Gage Miller will punt. Ward will stand at his own 19-yard line. Last time Miller got off the punt, it hit short, and Ward was unable to field it. High snap, Miller pulls it down, and he hits this one off the side of his foot. And it'll go to the 41-yard line of Woodford County. So only a 19-yard punt, and the Jackets have it 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. So a nice defensive stop for Woodford to begin things here in the third quarter on a 3-and-out. And now almost a disastrous snap over the head of Miller, who was able to flag it down and then shanked it off the side of his foot. But he had more time to punt it than I think he thought he had. So it's 1st and 10, Jackets from their own 41. Empty backfield. They throw out in the flat. Caught by Joyner. Or is that David Jones? That's David Jones. It'll be 2nd down after a gain of 5. Dale on the tackle, 2nd and 5. 1 minute into the third quarter. Woodford County huddling on this play. Tomlin will be the running back to the left of Coons. High snap, pulls it down, throws on the bubble screen to Grayson Hodge. Will get the first down, and then a little extracurricular there after the play. They're going to give him the 49-yard line they give him midfield. They have a flag. A holding on Woodford County. Where did that flag come in? Here on the near side. So a hold against Woodford County. It'll be marked back 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 11 now. Collins has been flagged for 1 penalty tonight. That was a hold midway through the second quarter. Jackets with their 5th penalty of the night. 3 down linemen. They'll rush 4. Coons out here in the flat. Caught by number 16. That is Davon Mitchell, a 5'8" freshman. 140-pound freshman. He got 7. It'll be 3rd and 4 now for Woodford County. It was knocked out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 10:07 to play. They give it off to Tomlin. He'll have the first down at the Collins 48-yard line. Estrada on the tackle for Collins. Give him 5. It'll be 1st and 10 Woodford from the Collins 48-yard line. (24-14), Collins on top. Coons throws a rocket. That is caught by Grayson Hodge. He'll get inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Give him 5, 2nd down and 5. Well, Collins is bound and determined not to give up those long balls that Woodford County just killed South Oldham with last week. Throws, 1st down, 34-yard line. And again, precision passing from Fox Coons on this drive. Back to throw. Coons steps up again, and he short hops his man Grayson Hodge, who was open in the middle of the zone. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 9:05 to play on the incomplete pass. Woodford County with their first possession after their defense forced a 3 and out to begin the third quarter of play here. They send Hodge out to the far side. Omari Joyner is just to the outside of the left tackle. They give it off to Tomlin, running left. Actually, this is Aiden Powell. He has the first down, I believe, at the 25-yard line. Let's see if they give him the 10. They do. That's actually Jordan. That's 21. That is actually 21, Aiden Powell on the carry. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County at the Collins 35. Looks like pressure coming from Collins this time with England, the outside linebacker. Now he's going to go down to the 3-point stance. Coons with Powell behind him. Looking on the out and up to Rytar, right through his hands. That had 6 written on it, and Rytar just dropped it. Got to him in a hurry, and I don't think he got both hands up there in time, so it's 2nd down and 10. That one had some heat on it from Coons, but Rytar, by his reaction, will tell you he should have had it. That was 6. They give it off to Tomlin, running right. Gets a hold and just lowers his shoulder and the boom at the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5. But Tomlin just, Estrada again on the tackle. But boy, I'm telling you, Tomlin doesn't look like he's eating up ground, but at 6'1", he is just so smooth running the football. 3rd and 5. This is a big conversion for Woodford here. They're taking a lot of time off the clock. Right now, at 2 minutes and 50 seconds on this drive. Jackets need points here. A touchdown would be wonderful. Back. They throw. First down to Hodge. Right at the stick at the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 for Woodford at the Collins 15. 7.5 to play in the 3rd. Jackets driving on their initial possession of the 3rd quarter. Three receivers to the far side, bunched in a formation. Powell, the running back, to the right of Coons. They give it off to Powell, running left, cuts it up inside, and he'll go in standing up for the touchdown. Got a nice block out there by, I believe that's Amari Joyner. Nope. Yeah, that is Amari Joyner. Aiden Powell with the touchdown, and it's 24-20 now. Woodford County within 4 with 7:01 to play in the 3rd. Got a nice block out there from Amari Joyner. And then Grayson Hodge. And a nice alley, and Powell takes it in for the touchdown. I believe that's number 5 for Aiden Powell in the year. It is. Wolf to tack on the extra point. And it's good. And we're at a 3-point game with 7:01 to play in the 3rd. It's Collins 24, Woodford County 21 here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. I want to talk to you about the Wash House. It's a walk-in coin laundry with multiple high-capacity machines that also offers drop-off washing available, dry and folding services as well. Located at 435 Lexington Road in Versailles, the convenient hours and location make it easy and ideal for your busy schedule. The Wash House also offers services for horse blankets at $15, king and queen size blankets $20, and large rugs, depending on size, $20 to $50. Come let the Wash House do the dirty work and tell them you heard it here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Also brought to you by Jack Kane Ford, where service isn't just lip service, it's practiced every day. They have Quick Lane that has been voted the best quick lane in Central Kentucky. I think something told me like 4 or 5 years in a row. They are also the #1 domestic car dealership in Kentucky, and they have probably the best car dealership show on television or the internet. Catch the Bob and Dave show, and I believe it's usually on Wednesdays. Brown to kick off. And he'll hit this one down to the right to the 15. And this is Hardy, and he's still on his feet. Very shifty runner out to the 31-yard line. Ran about 40 yards to get 16. So it'll be 1st and 10, Collins, who on their initial possession of the second half get a 3 and out. The Woodford County defense did an outstanding job of taking care of the Collins offense, forced a 3 and out. So Gooden will bring them out with Martin, the running back. He has probably only had a couple of carries tonight. Looks like we may have a chain problem on the far side. Had one last week against South Oldham in Versailles. So Woodford County right now, defensively, they have McKee along with DeMarcos Jones and Hayden Smith along the front. Actually, it's Diego Castillo instead of DeMarcos Jones right now. Woodford looks like they're bringing pressure. Tackett backs off. Gooden fakes. Runs right. Gets up over the 45, or excuse me, the 35 to about the 36-yard line. They're going to give him the 37. A pretty favorable spot. I thought he bounced to the 37, but they're going to give it to him. So a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Tackett on the tackle for Woodford County after a gain of 6 from Gooden. Woodford looking like they're going to bring pressure again. Tackett up in there along with Dumas. Gooden will look at the sideline, gets the call with Martin to his left. He'll run it here to the left. He has the first down over the 40, over to midfield, and will step out of bounds inside Woodford County territory at the 45-yard line. Well, whatever his foot injury or leg injury was over the last 2 weeks, it looks like it's 100%. Did not play against Scott County. And the Cardinals won that one 48-0. 24-21 with 6:06 to play in the third. But the Cade Gooden show continues to run the football. Woodford County's defense looked like they were going to bring heat, and they just ran a direct snap to the quarterback, and he took off running to the left. They give it off to Martin. He will pick his way and only get about a yard, maybe 2. Actually, they're going to give him 2 or 3, it looks like. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 for Collins. Three-man front for Woodford. Collins with twin receivers. Actually trips to the far side and one here back to the near side. Gooden going to roll right and take it and run. And did we get a flag on the play? We did. A holding call against Collins. So it negates the run by Gooden. And it'll mark it back to the 49-yard line. So it'll be second down and 14 for Collins from the Woodford County 49. Again, we'll remind you next Friday night, Scott County comes to Versailles for homecoming. It'll be the last regular season home game for Woodford County. Game time is switched from 7:30 to 7 o'clock. Gooden throws the bubble screen out there, and I don't know if he was expecting the receiver to take a step forward or what. Now it's 3rd and 14 for Collins, but they did convert a 3rd and 18 earlier tonight in the second quarter. So Gooden got in a little bit of a rush there, but I think miscommunication between he and the wideout. Gooden back to throw. 3-man rush. He has all day. Throws down the middle of the field. Broken up. Was that Jalen Johnson, I believe? It is 4th and 14 now. So now Collins will have to punt it away. And the last time it became adventurous with Miller in punt formation. He made a great athletic play to pull down a high snap with one hand, then rushed his punt off the side of his foot, and it only went 10 yards. Back deep now is Wyatt Peters instead of Elijah Ward for Woodford County. We saw last week a high snap. Miller will kick this one off to the near side. It'll hit and roll dead at about the Woodford County 14-yard line. 35-yard punt, but that's all he was trying to do was back Woodford County up. Actually, they're going to make it a 34-yard punt at the 15. So it'll be 1st and 10 Woodford County with 5:02 to play in the third quarter. Woodford County trailing 24-21, but they had their first possession of the second half. And the Jackets on a 25-yard run by Aiden Powell had cut the lead to 24-21. They bring two receivers here to the near side. Joyner in the slot. Rytar, the nearest one here, and trips to the left. They throw out here. This is David Jones, I should say. Jones has it at the 25. That's 10 real quick ones for Woodford County. 1st and 10. So Woodford's going to start taking the short passes that Collins has given them. They are daring them to throw it short, and they're actually going to give them 11. So it'll be a gain of 11, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Woodford County looking for what might be the go-ahead score if they can drive it down here now. Empty backfield, same formation. Twins here to the near side, trips to the far side. You have a linebacker guarding Grayson Hodge. Throws it on the slant route, caught by that's 16. That's Rytar on the catch. 16 more, or 14 more to the 40. 1st and 10, Woodford County at their own 40. Yellow Jackets coming in at 5-1. Their lone loss, a home loss to Mumford out of Tennessee, 49-35, in a situation where I hadn't seen the old single wing offense in years. I usually see it on the video. They give it off to Tomlin, running left. Cuts it up, gets over midfield, and then bangs it into Collins territory, and I believe he got 12. So give him 12, and it's 1st and 10. Woodford at the Collins 48-yard line. Coons will have Tomlin behind him. Trips to the far side, which is the short side. And over here by himself is Amari Joyner. They throw the bubble screen to Grayson Hodge, and that thing has some heat on it. That's 2nd down and 10. They run that little screen pass to Hodge normally, and it's always on the short side of the field, and Grayson somehow finds room to run. So it's 2nd down and 10 for Woodford County from their own, or from the Collins 48. Coons back to throw. Rolls right. Has room. Hits Darian Tomlin, and Woodford County has another first down. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County from the Collins 36-yard line with 3:12 to play here in the third. Woodford County trailing 24-21, but driving. The difference in this ball game is an interception. The only turnover of the game thrown by Fox Coons when Woodford County was going in to score to go up 14-3. Collins came down and went up 10-7. Coons back to throw. Has time. Throws. Caught here on the near side by David Jones. They said he stepped out of bounds after he caught it. caught it at the 18. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County from the 18 of Collins. David Jones with his second reception tonight, I believe. So it's 1st and 10, Woodford County from the Collins 18. Now you got to be very careful with the football. You do not want to turn it over down here. You've got at least a possibility of a tying field goal, but you also are starting to get some rhythm offensively, and you're starting to also put a wrench in the Collins offense. Coons throws across the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. He had Davion Mitchell sitting out there at the 10-yard line on the far side. If he looks over that way, there wasn't a black jersey within 20 yards of him. He could have caught it and walked it in. 2nd down and 10, but he tried to force it into Jalen Johnson in the middle of the field, and that's where all the black jerseys were. But he had Mitchell sitting out there all alone. If he just looks to his left, there's Mitchell at the 10, and it's a cakewalk into the end zone. 2:58 to play in the third. Coons back to throw. Throws on the quick slant. Touchdown, Grayson Hodge. And the Jackets lead 27-24. And that one was right on the money from Coons. And I'll tell you, that one had some zing on it, and Hodge made a move to the left. And a sideline warning on Woodford. Boy, they flag them quick. And I don't know why they got Collins in the first half. They got Woodford here in the second half. But it has been on touchdown passes, and there's no way the linesman got interfered with by anybody on either play. So Wolf with the extra point, and it's good. So with 2:53 to play in the third, Woodford County has roared out of the locker room with 14 unanswered points to lead 28-24 here in Shelbyville. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, the caring doctors at Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians have served the people of Woodford County for more than 2 decades, or actually 3 decades. All doctors are board certified to ensure your family receives the diagnostic, preventative, and therapeutic care you need. And if you need appointments, you can call them at 859-873-9188 or visit lexingtonclinic.com. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, the choice for comprehensive care in Woodford County. Also by Carroll Floor Covering, who's been in business for 45 years. Since 1980, Steve has provided a small family-owned and operated business. Whether you need tile, carpet, laminate, hardwood, LVP, or vinyl, Carroll has it for you in a wide variety of colors. You can call them today for a free estimate at 859-873-6919. It'll be Mason Wolf to kick off for Woodford County. Got a big gap between the up 9 and then the back 2. You have about 15 yards between those 4 in the middle and then the 2 deep guys. If you just kind of pop it up over their head there. Wolf will onside kick it. It hits, and Collins will pick it up at the 45-yard line. Always wonder sometimes when Dennis does that, he'll take a lead like he has. His defense has played wonderful the first 2 series for Collins. And then you onside kick and give Collins a short field to go at the 45-yard line. But we'll see how it works out. With Woodford County's defense has really come out of the blocks here in the second half, not to mention the offense. The offense had an 85-yard touchdown drive just a moment ago to take the lead 28-24. Final from down the road, Spencer County over Shelby County 42-7. Bears had a running clock with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wow. Gooden back to throw. He has a man, and is it caught? Nope, incomplete. No, he caught it. Hulsman took it away from Josh Darnell. Or excuse me, Jordan Holman, sorry. And it's 1st and 10 for the Titans at the Woodford County 30. Again, no pressure on Cade Gooden. The last 2 series, Woodford's gotten pressure on him. But he stood there in the pocket, delivered, and that was a nice catch by Hulsman. 1st and 10 for Collins from the Woodford County 30. They direct quarterback run, and around the corner down to the 20-yard line. Maybe the 15 goes Cade Gooden. So give him 15. Now it's 1st and 10 for Collins from the Woodford County 15. So right down the field comes Collins on 2 plays after a onside kick for Woodford County. Jaden Martin with the lead block for Collins, but now Woodford County's defense has been put in a hole. 1st and 10 from the 16, and we have a flag on Collins. False start. I think they're calling it on the center, I believe, because he's moving the football. 5-yard penalty back to the 21-yard line. That's the only thing I can think of because they do a check with me on the sideline. Yep, they're calling the center. Yep. So it's 1st and 15 now for Collins from their the Woodford County 21. They move Martin into the slot, empty backfield, and he did it again. First and 20 now from the Woodford County 26-yard line with 2:17 to play in the 3rd. Woodford County up 28-24. Five wide, 3 here to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Gooden on 1st and 20 after a couple of false starts on Collins. Back to throw, pressure coming. He gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Gooden has get some help up there as he got hit right as he threw it. It hit the turf, and he is walking a little gingerly. I don't think that foot's bothered him. I think he just may have gotten the wind knocked out of him. So it's 2nd down and 20 from the Woodford County 26. Woodford's finally getting some pressure on him now, and that's been the key. Diego Castillo, the 5'10", 240-pound senior, was the jacket that hit him. They pressure again. Gooden rolls left. Is that intercepted? No, knocked down by Darian Tomlin, who's in on defense right now. 3rd and 20. Now, I will say Gage Miller was practicing field goals, and it looked like he was trying a 54-yard field goal to begin during the halftime warm-ups after the band cleared the field. 3rd and 20 for Collins from the Woodford County 26-yard line. Woodford County will use a timeout on the defensive side of the football with 26. 3rd and 20. So Woodford County calls timeout on the defensive side of things. And interesting that Woodford burns a timeout here, but I think they want to know down and distance right now with their defense so they can at least force an extra or a field goal here from Collins. Falling Springs Rec Center is a place that is endless fun and fitness, located in the Woodford County Park just outside Community Stadium. From exciting youth programs to adult fitness classes, there's something for everyone, regardless of your age. Join us for swim lessons, community events, and much, much more. Be sure to check out their Silver Sneakers programs for the seniors, making it staying fit easy and fun. Whether you're young or young at heart, we have activities to keep you healthy in activity. And for more information, go to FallingSpringsCenter.com. Gooden back to throw. Pressure late, down the middle, incomplete. And again, Woodford County forces Collins to make a decision. Looks like they're going to go for a field goal here. 4th and 20, a couple of procedure penalties, and I believe it was on the in the offensive line. The only thing I can think of, they were getting the center for picking up the football. That I mean, but not being on the sidelines or hearing the call on the sidelines, you don't know. Miller will be on to attempt a field goal from 42 yards out from, I can't see the holder's number. Snap is high, the kick is blocked. And picked up by Gilliam. Gilliam will head the other direction and be down at the Collins 40-yard line. I believe that was Christopher Reed Jr. that blocked the field goal attempt. And we have a Collins player down on the field. And it sounds like from the Collins crowd, it's Gage Miller, the kicker. I don't know for sure. They're going to ask about roughing the kicker, but the kicker thing goes off as soon as, what'd they call? What did they call just now in Woodford? There was a flag of some sort on the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be marked off of 5 yards. So instead of having it at the 41 of Collins, it'll be moved back to the 46. Now this is where I miss my early part of the career. I was down on the sidelines as a sideline reporter. Actually, my early part, I was in the studio recording the game. After about 2 years, they moved me to the sidelines at the old Memorial Field in Versailles, and then moved me into the press box, keeping stats, and then I slid over to do color, and now the voice of the Jackets, unfortunately not the way I wanted to, losing Matt Calvert. We have an injured Collins player. We have heard it's the kicker, Gage Miller. I'm not 100% sure. He is on his feet, whoever the Collins player is. And that is number... Is that 19? I don't see Miller anywhere here on the sideline, so I think that's who it is. But I am not 100% sure. It looks like number 18 instead of 10. Or instead of 19. It is. I'll see when they set him down on the bench here, but not sure. And it's his left foot. So Woodford County has it 1st and 10 from the Collins 46-yard line, leading 28-24. Minute 41 left in the third. Coons has, I think that's Powell to the left. Trips here to the near side. They fake it. Quick slant. Amari Joyner has it. Breaks a tackle. Off and running. 20, 15, 10, 5. Does he get in? Or are they marking him out at the 1? Is it touchdown? Yellow Jackets. One play. 46 yards. 6 seconds off the clock. And the Jackets move ahead 34-28. Or 34-24, excuse me. Just a quick slant. The defender slipped off, and then on to the races was Amari Joyner, and the Jackets lead 34-24. And now the point after from Mason Wolf. Or are they going to, yeah, they're going to go for the new holder for Woodford County, it looks like, is number 10, Jace Carroll. The snap, a low one, but picked up by Carroll and kicked through by Wolf. Wolf, 5 for 5 tonight on extra points. And with 1:32 to play in the third, it's Woodford County 35 and Collins 24. So the Jackets have come out after halftime with 21 third quarter points to take an 11-point lead here in Shelbyville. The injured player was Gage Miller, and it looks like his left ankle. Now, I don't know where it occurred or what happened, but they are looking very carefully with him on the Collins bench here on the near side. 1:32 to play. Woodford County up by 11 now. Ricardo's, a unique southern dining experience, awaits in historic Versailles just outside of downtown. For your dining pleasure, combined with an upbeat atmosphere, then that's Ricardo's. Located just outside of downtown, Ricardo's features everything from burgers to salads. They also have entrees like the fish and chips, the Kentucky hot brown. They also have fried. They also have a salmon thing. They have also fried chicken. If you want to get that, you can do that. Go see them today or call them today for a family carry-out order or curbside. Makes it easy on you today. Call them at 859-873-3663. Also want to talk about UK Sports Medicine. When it comes to sports injuries, being seen quickly is vital to getting back in the game. You can call them at 859-218-3131 or go see them. And this one's kicked down to 41. Wolf looked like he may have tried to pooch that a little bit, but he got into it a little bit more solid. And now the Woodford County defense that has been solid the first two possessions for Collins, although Collins did drive the football down in Woodford County territory, then had a 1st and 10 at the Jacket 15, and then had back-to-back procedure penalties that moved it back to a 1st and 20, then 3 incomplete passes, and then the blocked field goal attempt changed the complexion of this game. 35-24 Woodford County here with 1:31 to play in the third. Still a long way to go. 13 and a half minutes to go, but Woodford County on top. And the Collins will go trips to the near side, Twins back to the far side. And the running back is Martin. They give it to him, and he's swallowed up by Josiah McKee. McKee was back there in a hurry and probably could have taken the handoff. No gain. 2nd and 10 for Collins. From their own 41-yard line. 41-yard line. Empty backfield. Trips to one side, 2 back to the other side. They throw across the middle, caught, and he's off to the races. Down he goes at the Woodford County 26-yard line. Quickly, boy, I tell you, when you don't give pressure on Cade Gooden, he picks you apart. That was number 1 for Collins on the reception. That is Jason Hintz. He hasn't been heard from since the first quarter. Same formation. Empty backfield in front of Gooden with 30 seconds to play in the third. Gooden back to throw. 3-man rush. Nobody coming through. That one was almost picked off by Elijah Ward. Just a little bit late in getting there, but that could have been off to the other end. And with Ward's speed, that was 6. Off of Hentz's hands, and Ward almost was able to redirect and intercept it, but it fell harmlessly to the ground for Collins fans. Woodford County defense stiffening again inside the 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Gooden steps through to throw, looking for the receiver, and it's incomplete. Third and 10.
Personal foul called against Woodford County, roughing the passer.
Going to call roughing the passer on Woodford County, so he gives them 1st and 10. And we'll have to wait to see where they mark it off. It's a personal foul, so it's probably going to be half the dump. They're going to give him the 15 full from the 29. That's more than a 15-yard penalty. No, it wasn't half the distance. That's a 15-yard penalty from the 28 to the 13. So it's 1st and 10 for Collins from the Woodford County 13. Called roughing the passer. I didn't see who was the culprit for Woodford County as I was watching the ball go down the field. In motion, they pitch it out front. And that is Delaney, and he's dropped for a loss. Was that Wyatt Peters? It was. Delaney brought down for a loss. And we head to the 4th quarter. It's Woodford County 35, Collins 24. Back with the final 12 minutes of action from Shelbyville on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. I want to talk a little bit also about Doe Daddies on Lexington Road. If you go in, if it has a lot of different things. If you go to fill up a car, you have gasoline there at Doe Daddy's Donuts, get a full tank of gas, you get a free glazed donut. But I can also recommend very much any of the donuts. Kelly's mother, my mother-in-law, loves what she calls the Elvis Presley donut. It's a glazed donut with caramel icing on top of it and then bacon sprinkled on top of that. I can also, for me personally, I like the jelly-filled donuts, or give me the big cinnamon roll or an apple fritter. That's Doe Daddy's Donut Shop, your friendly neighborhood donut shop. Also by Collision Masters, making your day better. You got a ding, you got a car that needs to be repaired, go see Josh and David Wilson at Collision Masters of Lexington. They will take care of you and be very honest and not give your wallet a dent in your financial situation. So that's Collision Masters of Lexington. Good and tall sweep. Run it this way to the near side. Dropped at the 18-yard line. That is Neo Jones on the tackle, so it'll be 3rd and about 14 or 15 now for Collins from the Woodford County, 19-yard line. They need to get to the 4, so it's 3rd and 15. Four receivers in the formation to the left, one receiver here to the near side. Woodford County with nobody in the middle of the field. 4 down linemen, here they come. They throw on Gooden was expecting the out route, and it looked like the receiver, Hintz, was looking for a curl. It's 4th and 15 now. So if Woodford County's defense can hold here, a nice drive would go a long way, as Collins will burn a timeout here with 11 minutes and 11 seconds left. Also, we want to talk about Little Mozart Piano Academy, where dreams take flight, where magic fingers create flight, whatever you want to say. I mean, Luke Hippie has been doing this as a piano instructor for over 20 years. I think he told me 24 years. He is a Woodford County alum. It's located right there off of Yellow Jacket Drive, right next to the Woodford County Board of Education, former Woodford County High School. If you go over there and see him, he can set you up with piano lessons. Doesn't matter your age. It helps with your mentality. It helps you with your outlook. It also helps your dexterity and a lot of other things. Go see Little Mozart Piano Academy today, Yellow Jacket Drive in Versailles. Also a Kentucky gym. You can come get fit with an old-fashioned school vibe. Well, you know, if you get tired of those box chains, we won't mention any of those, but if you get upset and you're tired of that, then you need to go see Kentucky Gym and get yourself fit in an old-style school vibe gymnasium, or gym, I should say, in the Lexington Road Plaza in Versailles. 4th and 15 for Collins. Pressure coming. They throw. Did he catch it? He's going to be way short of the first down, though. He's going to be about a yard shy. He needed to get to the 4, and he got to the 5. It'll be Woodford County football.
Pass is complete. 1 yard short of the first down. Woodford County will take over at the 5-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Woodford County from their own 5-yard line with 11:02 to play in the fourth quarter. And we have another Collins player down. It looks like maybe a cramp with Hintz. Also, we want to talk about City National Bank, putting people first since 1954. 2 locations in Versailles, Woodford, City National Bank. They have the one down on South Main Street, their branch bank. They also have the main branch on Marcel's Road. Go see them today. City National Bank, putting people first. Also want to talk about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good. Frankfort Street, the main location in Versailles, the old one I remember, the one up on Huntertown at the end of Huntertown Road on US 60. Go see them today. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen. They throw a screen out to Grayson Hodge. He splits defenders and will get up to about the 11-yard line. Safe throw there. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. And a nice long touchdown drive will really put Woodford County in good standing here. Again, next week, Cardinals of Scott County come to Versailles, the community stadium, to take on the Jackets. 2 teams played an absolute classic in Georgetown a year ago. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the conclusion of this game. They give it off. This is Ryan Brown. Gets up over the near the first down. They're going to mark him, I think, at the 14. They are 3rd and 1. England on the tackle again for Collins. Big 3rd down conversion here for Woodford County. If they can pick this up, they'll be able to run a little bit of the clock off. Collins and Jackets both down to 2 timeouts. Brown behind Coons. 3rd and 1. Boy, I don't know how England didn't jump off sides because he moved forward. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock. And a delay of game on Woodford County. It moves them back 5, so it's 3rd and 6 now instead of 3rd and 1. I think it was a quick 25 on the play clock. I look up and the guy's got his hand up already. 3rd and 6 now. 9:34 to play in the ball game. Woodford County leading by 11, 35-24. In a good football game. Big conversion here for Woodford County. They don't really want to punt out of their own end zone. Coons back to throw, steps up, has a man open, caught by Rytar. Over midfield, into Collins territory, off to the races he goes, not bumped out of bounds. He will score 95 yards for the touchdown. Woodford County leads 41-24. Wow. That one. If you're Collins, hurts. Jackets move out 41-24. With Wolf on for the extra point with 9:20 to play in the game. Kick is up. Nope, that's Urbina. In to kick. So Urbina doing double duty tonight. I've been saying Wolf, but I think he's kicked a couple of times tonight. 42-24 now. Woodford County with an 18-point lead with 9:20 to play. Coons is, I'm not keeping stats tonight, but boy, I would be not so far out on a limb if I said he is probably approaching a single game school record for passing yardage. It is held currently by East Jessamine second-year head coach Trenton Fields with 4:06 through the air in a single game. I would have to go back and look at that just to make sure, but I know Trenton Fields holds it, but I think it's 4:06 for a single game. Coons might be close, and I would be surprised if he is either very close or actually breaks it, because he has had some huge throws to some receivers tonight. 42-24, Woodford County. And is that Wolf or Urbina? This is pulled down by that was Urbina kicking off. And now we have another player down for Collins, and 32-yard line. So Woodford County roared out of the locker room at halftime, trailing 24-14. They have scored 28 unanswered points here in the second half, 21 of them in the third quarter. And Woodford County, I tell you what, I don't know what Coach Dennis Johnson said at halftime, but whatever he said at halftime got their attention. So Woodford County looking for a 6-1 start on the season with 3 games to play. Only 1 game left at home in the regular season. Again, the Woodford County district will match up with that Northern Kentucky district. This time, though, they don't have to deal with Covcath or Highlands. Both of them have dropped down to 4A this year. Right now, that district's being led by Cooper, and then it's I think it's a 5-team district. I'll have to look again, but it's Boone County, along with Dixie Heights and Connor in that district. Woodford County looking for either a 1 or 2 seed. It'll be decided with not a lot of time. They have pressure coming in the back. They'll throw out here. This is Martin with the catch. He'll get close to the first down. And they're going to give him the first down. Yeah, I thought he was right at the sticks, but the way the linesman here on the near side, I wasn't sure. 9 minutes, the clock moving. 2 timeouts for both teams. Gooden with good stance tonight himself through the air. But the Jackets made some adjustments at halftime defensively, and they have really, really gotten after Gooden. This one thrown out, and it's incomplete. Looking for McIntyre. It's second down and 10. Looked like maybe he threw a little bit behind McIntyre. McIntyre unable to corral it. So it's second down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 8:36 to play in the ball game. Woodford County up 42-24. Woodford shows pressure, then backs off good and steps up and throws deep for Martin. Did he hang on to it? He did, down at the Woodford County 21-yard line. He high pointed it over Jordan Holman, I think, or is that, Jalen Johnson he high pointed over. It's 1st and 10, Collins from the Woodford County 21. No quit, Collins with 8:23 to play. Clock moving now. First and 10 from the Woodford County 21. Good with an empty backfield. Pressure coming up the middle. He gets his, he throws, and it's errant throw. Diego Castillo again with the hit. 2nd down and 10. Woodford now starting to get some pressure with just the down 4 linemen there. Faking blitz, backing out of it. And the down 4 are getting now to him, or the down 3, depending on what they have. They look like now they got a 3-man. Yeah, it should be the 21, not the 22. 7:58 to play in the ball game. Woodford County on top. Twins both sides. Running back to the left, or to the right of Gooden. Now moves to his left. They give it off on the run, and he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Elias Tackett, the Mike linebacker, the junior, coming through to stop him for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down, or 3rd and 13 now. So they go 4 wide to the left, the far side, and Hintz back here to the near side, the short side, the right in the formation. Woodford brings 4. Gooden steps on the quick slant, dropped. And Hintz had it. Gooden hit him right in stride, and that was 6. And it's 4th down for Collins. 4th and 13 with 7:12 to play. That would have been a big one for the Titans. Fourth and 14. Or 4th and 13, excuse me. Four down linemen. Jackets come with the blitz. Gooden in trouble. Major trouble. Throws it down the field to be incomplete. Elias Tackett came late with the blitz, got to him, and Woodford County takes over on downs. So it's 1st and 10 Woodford County from their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Jackets up 18, 42-24 with 7:05 to play. Jackets and a flag on the play. That was Aiden Powell on the carry. Dead ball, personal foul on Collins. So it's 1st and 10 now, Woodford County after the personal foul, a gain of 1 on the play, and they move it to the Woodford County 38-yard line. 6:40 and the clock moving. Woodford County up 18. They give it off to Powell. Sidesteps. Again, another sidestep. Gets into the open field. Breaks a tackle into Collins territory inside the 45-yard line. Jace Carroll in at quarterback now for Woodford County. Carroll, a 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. We want to tell everybody next Saturday, and I'm not sure what time or where, but Woodford County's junior varsity squad will be playing the junior varsity from Corbin in Lexington. I do know that, but I do not know where. For the junior varsity, some kind of junior varsity championship. So we'll try to inform you on that during the week, or at least on Friday night for the next varsity broadcast. Trips here to the near side. One receiver back to the far side. Carroll gives it off. This is Ryan Brown running left. Cuts it back inside. Flag on the play. Probably going to be holding on Woodford County. Got a whole passel of new offensive linemen in for Woodford County right now. Carson Bugg still in there. We also have Beecham Robbins, 67. Beecham goes 6'1", 250 and a junior. We have 63. Is that 63? I'll have to look. You know, it's 73. 73 is Cody Batista, 5'8", 270 and a junior. It'll be 1st and 20 for Woodford County from the Woodford County. Carroll throws out in the flat and knocked down by England. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Now, Carroll is the more mobile of the two quarterbacks, so wouldn't be surprised at some point in time to see a little zone read and Jace take off and run. This game is now 2 hours and 45 minutes old. Carroll back to throw. Throws out here and off the hands of Amari Joyner. It'll be 3rd and 20. 5:23 to play in the 4th quarter. Woodford County up 42-24. Now, if people start comparing Scott County's game with Collins and Woodford County's game with Collins, I will say the difference in that game, Collins played without Cade Gooden against the Cardinals. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Scott because they're really good. Carroll back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Runs. And he will be run out of bounds. And a high tackle, and it looks like a flag on the play. And maybe a late hit out of bounds. Don't know. Saw a flag come in there as Carroll was run out of bounds. Personal foul, face mask on Collins. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 automatically for the Jackets. We have still in the lineup for Woodford County, Caleb Cottle. He exits now, and at the end of the game, we have Marcus Johnson, 5'11", 245, and a junior, 66 in white. We have David Jones, who's played in there a little bit. also have Woodford County going to call a timeout here, just to make sure they have the right personnel and everybody on there. We also have timeout Woodford County. Again, while we have a little moment here, again, this week coming up at Woodford County High School is homecoming week. There'll be a lot of fantastic things going on at Woodford County High School for the homecoming week. Then Friday night, the football game scheduled at the start of the season for 7:30 or Dennis Johnson time, or if you want to call it really, like I call it, Alvis Johnson time, because he said that's what his dad used to do, was at 7:31. Well, it's been moved up a half an hour. So it's going to be at 7:01 instead of 7:31 next Friday night at Community Stadium. We invite all the Jacket fans to come out. Jacket Nation need to see you. Here's the thing. I'm going to make this challenge. I made the challenge last week, and I'll make it again this week. Students need to get there and need to stay till the end, because that, my friends, will be for the district championship. Scott County and Woodford County. Next Friday night, 7 o'clock, kickoff at Community Stadium. Carroll gives it off. This is 27 for Woodford County. This is DeReese Richards, a 5'7", 140-pound freshman. Estrada and Haggard on the tackle for Collins. He got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's second down and 10. 4:15, the clock moving. Woodford County in no hurry. Carroll runs all the way over from the near hash here to the numbers to get the play call. We also have Jordan Diallo, a 5'9" senior, in at one of the wideouts for Woodford County. Carroll throws out in the flat over there. This is caught. And we're going to get a hold on the far side against Woodford County. That is, I think, Josh Champagne on the catch for Woodford. We have also into the lineup for Woodford County, 76. That's Max Escaloni, 6'2", 245, and a sophomore. Ten-yard penalty. And it'll be second down and 16 for Woodford as it came from the spot of the foul. Carroll gives it off to DeReese Richards again. He loses a couple more. It'll be third down and about 18 for Woodford from their own from the Collins 40-yard line. They need to reach the Titans 22. Also into the game is Jesse Duncan for Woodford. He'll go out wide right, along with the trips out there. Carroll back to throw, steps into it. Quick slant to Champagne, who gets lit up at the 18-yard line, but he hangs on. And we also had roughing the passer. We have two flags, I think, don't we? Yeah, we have one at the 20 and one that was in the offensive backfield. So we may have two penalties here, and I think if you're Woodford, you're going to probably take the one. Let's see what we got here. The white hat. Personal foul, roughing the passer, declined. Personal foul. Blind side. They call it the blind side. It's not a targeting. It's a blind-sided hit. So I don't know. If it's targeting, he was going to. It depends on what it is. So it's first and goal for Woodford. from the 9-yard line. So Woodford County gets down to the 9-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal. So Woodford County with 2.5 to play, driving is Carroll with the offset eye behind him. Fakes it, up, gives it off to Aiden Powell. He'll get, I'm sorry, that is Richards again. A loss of a couple. Back inside, outside the 10 to about the 11-yard line. They make it to 12, loss of 3. 3rd and goal for Woodford. They give it off, running around the right side, cuts it up inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. New lineman in for Woodford County. 74 is Jackson Garrison, youngest brother of Samuel and Mr. Skunk, Greg Garrison, both over at Georgetown College right now playing. And it's 3rd and goal from the 4. Woodford County will move to 6 and 1. I believe Collins will drop to 5 and 2, I think. And a timeout, Woodford County. They're going to make sure that everybody's on the same page here. Final timeout for Woodford. Jackets will face the Cardinals of Scott County next Friday night. As I try to pull that up right now. We'll see what we have next week, or at least what's coming up. Well, again, I don't know what Coach Dennis Johnson and his staff said at halftime, but I tell you what, it looked like a different ball club coming out in the second half after trailing 24-14. At halftime, the Jackets have reeled off 28 unanswered to lead 42-24. They will give you some scores here from football tonight if we can. Carroll with Richards behind him in the pistol formation. And it's incomplete. Threw one in the ground. Looking for David Jones. It was Boone County over Scott last night. These were games last night, 36-28 in overtime. It was Ashland Blazer 48-7 over Boyd County. Beechwood 70, Henry County, or St. Henry nothing. Christian Academy 49-7 over Central. It was Cincinnati Elder over Highlands 40-16. Frederick Douglass knocks off Madison Central tonight 21-15. It was Lafayette 37-14 over Henry Clay. It was Spencer County 42-7 over Shelby County. Tates Creek knocks off Dunbar tonight, 34-30. It was Lexington Christian 46, Shawnee 14. It was Male 42, Southern nothing. And nothing really to report from the other game. It'll be, we're looking, Scott County at South Oldham. No score on that game tonight from Crestwood. Woodford County wins it by a final score of 42-24 over Collins here in Shelbyville to move to 6-1 on the season with a date with Scott County next Friday night from Community Stadium. Again, game time changed to 7 o'clock. Cardinals and Jackets hooked up in a great one last year. It began with a bang for the Cardinals, a 95-yard kickoff return to begin the game. It was quickly 7-0 Scott County. Woodford County came back and answered to tie it at 7. It was back and forth, and the Jackets outscored the Cardinals in the second half 17-7 to win it by a final score of 38-35 on a last-second field goal by Logan Ford. Well, Woodford County wins it tonight over Collins to move to 6-1 on the season. And again, that big date with Scott County next Friday night from Community Stadium on homecoming night in Versailles. We want to also tell you we hope Gage Miller is okay. He has been carted off on a cart here about 7 or 8 minutes left in the ball game. Just to probably some x-rays. Well, Collins now has lost 3 in a row. They move to 5-3 on the season. Their next game is next Friday night right here at home against Anderson County. Then they finish up on the 24th of October with a date with South Oldham in Crestwood. They can still make the playoffs, Ken Collins, but they have to be able to stop some people, and Woodford County was not let's face it, Woodford was unable to stop Collins in the first half. The second half, Woodford County's defense pitched a shutout against Collins in the second half. They outscored them 28-0 in the second half to win it by a final score of 42-24 here in Shelbyville. I want to thank all our fine sponsors. Our title sponsor here tonight, as always, is the Woodford County Public Schools, where kids win. UK Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Clinic, get back in the game quickly, just like the Wildcats. Jack Kane Ford, where service isn't just lip service, it's practiced every day. Carroll Floor Covering, all your flooring needs under one roof. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, hometown care for every member of your family. Ricardo's Restaurant, great food, great service, and reasonable every time. Falling Springs Recreation Center, fun, fitness, and family under one roof. Family Wealth Group, wealth management designed to last. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good. Dough Daddies, your friendly neighborhood donut shop. Collision Masters of Lexington, making your day better is our family's business. Kentucky Gym, come get fit with an old school vibe. Little Mozart Piano Academy, where dreams take flight. Warsh House, let us do the dirty work. And by City National Bank, putting people first since 1954. Thank you for listening tonight on our audio broadcast from Shelbyville. Final score again was Woodford County 42 and Collins 24. Till next Friday night when it's homecoming and the Cardinals of Scott County and a potential district championship and a number 1 seed in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs at home, as long as you win, coming up here in a couple of weeks. Again, final score 42-24 Jackets over the Titans.